flipping the script. So what is the script? The script is like, you know how you have a checklist? You know, she has to have this, and that. He has to have this, and that. You know what I mean? He got to be fine. He got to be rich. You know, he got to have a nice body. He got to be funny. He can't have no kids. Like, that is your script, right? Same with the guys. The guys is a little bit more simple. She got to be pretty. She got to be sexy. You know, some of us are different, but some of us, yeah. So the script is that ideal version of love, that ideal version of marriage, that ideal version of dating, and everything just goes fine, and there are no problems. And the number one thing that happens, and especially women, you love the wedding. I'm gonna get married, my bridesmaid, my girls, right? You have your wedding dress, you shopping for your wedding dress, and you know, you can have a big old cathedral, whatever it is. Like, we got married on the beach, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is, right? And you're so happy about the wedding, and then both of you are usually happy about the honeymoon, right? Y'all going far away on the island or whatever, right? Y'all chilling, right? But after the wedding and the honeymoon, everything changes right away. You're going to be like, who's going to pay this bill? Electric bill, car note, mortgage, rent, whatever it is, right? The children, the stepchildren maybe. You know what I'm saying? The daycare center, the doctor, the pediatrician, the gynecologist, the counseling. And just the bills. Pay my telephone bill, right? Yo, the bills, right? And then it's just the emergencies, the furnace broke, the roof, this and that, the car, and you guys have to be cool, all right? Because that script that you have is going to break down. If you was like, oh, he's a baller, he got money, and he loses his job, or he break his ankle, or whatever, right? What happens then? What y'all gonna do now? You can't be like, oh, he has a situation. How you gonna handle that, right? If she gets fat, right? What happened to that body you fell in love with? Or vice versa, right? Right? He starts losing that, right? So the script starts to break down. How are we gonna deal with that? So that is the script. We can say more on that later. We will say later, okay? All you gotta do is on YouTube, go to Serious Relationships with Kamal Imani. That's SIRIUS Relationships with Kamal Imani. And we're going to break it down, okay? So you have self-examination. Most people don't like this part. But this is a key. Before you go into a relationship, you have to know your strengths, your weaknesses, your deal breakers, what you love, what you hate, what you like, what you don't, you know? Why you ain't calling me back? Did you ghost me? Did you curve me? Your communications whack, blah, blah, blah. Like, all of these things are very important. The family, the this, the that, the in-laws, right? Like, but really the self-exam, do you get angry easy? Do you know how to apologize? You know, those kind of things. I had learned that from a pastor friend of mine. Even if you think you're wrong, you should apologize. And for me, the reason is, why did I get up here? I shouldn't have let myself get up here. I shouldn't have said what I said. I shouldn't have said it in that tone. Why did I do that? Because we should speak sweet to each other at all times, right? So why did I do that? Like, I'm sorry that I lost control, because that goes back to self-examination. Get it? See, so we can build on this. I got a lot of jewels for you, okay? All right. So another one is transparency. Uh-oh. And here's just the main example. Can he or she go into your phone and your social media? If the answer is no, why is that? If you're transparent, if you have nothing to hide, what's the problem? So you don't like that, right? You don't like that, right? When you don't like something, it's usually good for you. You know, like that, like medicine that's nasty, it's usually good for you, right? This is good for you, okay? So you have to be transparent. And not just that example, but, you know, this is my past. This is what I learned from my past. This is where I'm at. Okay? This is where I want to go. I'm transparent. This is what I like that people do. This is what I hate that people do. This is what I like that you do. This is what I don't like that you do. Is there any way we could change some of this? You know, that's the transparent conversation. Okay? Then there's also selflessness. Yes, selflessness. So that's not selfishness. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. That's selflessness. When you give because you want to. You give because you want to, you love to. You just, it's from your heart. And you don't come back later and say, remember I bought you that car. Remember I bought you that TV. Remember you don't throw it back at people. I do all the work around here. I do all of this. I do that. I make all the money. That's not selflessness. All right? Another word for selflessness is unconditional. Unconditional love. You don't put conditions on love. Love is love. So y'all got to work out these bills and these problems and the attitudes and all of that so you can get back to the love and keep the love alive. You understand? Let me see if I'm missing anything. So we went over flip the script, transparency, self-examination, and selflessness. Yes, that's the 4 jewels. We'll get back into that real soon because I have an ebook coming out like ASAP, okay? So just check with me on that, all right? And I'll let you know. So it is Kamal Imani, Serious Relationships on YouTube. Let's go. Success to you. Peace.